Now it's saying Messier comet. There's the dates of the comet, adding 88888 days, and you get Friday the 11th of January 2013, which is the end of the prophecy of the Great Pyramid. Then we've got 88888 days added to the Messier comet, which was sighted by Cook, noted in his log on the ship, the Endeavour, and that gives you the 20th of December 2012, which is Rhiannon's 33rd birthday. So we have my birthday, 69 years, which is end of prophecy of the Great Pyramid. Then we have Rhiannon, December the 20th, 2012. She was born in 1979. And then her daughter, Trinity, will be 8.8888 years old on my 69th birthday. I married my second wife, Pauline Margaret Lucas, on February the 14th, 1987. Trinity was born on Saturday the 21st of February 2004, which is 888 weeks. When my oldest granddaughter Alaska was born, her mother had made remarks that basically was, if you are Christ, predict the date the baby would be born. Except in a challenge I predicted 8.88 p.m. on August the 11th, 2001, as my mother's Daphne Golightly would be 88.8 years old. On that date, Rhiannon and her husband Jade arrived at our home here in Nell Street around 4:30 p.m, waddling about like a duck, gleefully taunting me as being wrong. There was no sign of the baby. I replied to her that the day is not over yet. Driving back home, her water broke. The baby was delivered precisely at the moment predicted. The parents looked at each other, then realised I was precisely correct. That was an oh shit moment. Now, the Venus transition. Venus transiting the surface of the Sun occurs very, very infrequently. And it was Lieutenant Cook, he wasn't a captain, he was a lieutenant, that came out with astronomers and mathematicians and botanists, and when they got to Tahiti, which was the king, the king's birthday, now, go back again. Cook arrived 666 days after Captain Wallace, who had discovered it. George III was the name of the island, and they renamed it Tahiti. Lieutenant Cook arrived 666 days after Captain Wallace. Here is to study the transition of Venus. When I was born, if we add 22064 days, it is the transition of Venus on June the 8th, 2004. Why? The infamous number 666. In the concordance, the 6 is numbered 5516, the 100 is numbered 5516, the 3 score is numbered 5516, and ends with the 6, 5516. So it's not 666, it is 6666. The Greek apparently didn't have the sense to invent numbers. The word Lord, which is myself, is found 6,666 verses within the King James Bible. That's why they've altered the King James Bible when they realised the numbers was going to sink them. Now, I will give him the morning star, and I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. The gematria in English for those two is 1770, which is the year Australia was landed upon by Cook. We have 50 trillion cells in our body. The radius of the Milky Way galaxy is 50,000 light years. Dry human bones ground to powder will form a pile the same as the angle as the Great Pyramid. 51 degrees, 51 minutes, 14.3 seconds. So we have a little human being there, and if you put the moon and the earth together, their diameters will give you the 31680 perimeter. We have New Zealand at 888.88 miles. For mathematical reasons, we add the number derived from the moon ratio to the earth, which is a 3.666 to 1 ratio. We divide the 888.8 by the same number and we get 242.4, which is Jesus in the Greek concordance of the New Testament. The Golightly crown is the ancient crown of David. You'll see down on the left, the crown is so poorly done, and the lion itself was so poorly done, that they didn't really have any knowledge at that time what a lion looked like, because this was done in Scotland. To the right is the Golightly shield, and that's the Lion of Judah. So the Bible is best understood as a means for me outsmarting man whom is overwhelmingly inclined to evil. Prophecy states it is a spirit that will combine to elevate itself as Lucifer, and in arrogance think it can outsmart a baby boy Jah, which is myself when I was born, in 1944. So you might wonder why I allow evil. Well, I don't, you do it. The time required as seen in the movement of the earth drawn by the sun, Lord number 657, to cross the equatorial line of the Milky Way galaxy, will be something that the earth had better watch out for, because it's going to be an asteroid shower like you wouldn't believe. It's going to be so thick it will block out the sun. Now, even my natural born children, Tracy Lee, Charmaine Yvette and Nicole, collectively hate me for simply being a good man, and they are falling for the lies of their mother. Now, many men have experienced the same thing, and of course women do too, but overall men are the victims of wives with an evil tongue. This is why I married her in 1966, because I knew from a child I had to marry her. I hated the area. It would make my heart race when my parents would take us as children towards the Blue Mountains, because this was heading close towards where I had to marry this dreadful woman. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? This is what it's all about. What they're trying to do is show that this particular star it's a Babylonian idea, shared with Egypt. It's Sirius, it's a very bright star, and its position in the heavens makes it rise up higher than the sun. So we have the sun, nuclear fusion rate 657 being Lord, so we're telling a story again. Now, the idea of Isis and Osiris and Horus and all this kind of thing is actually a mirror image of the coming to the earth of Jesus as a baby, because what they've done, they've taken the original reading